Hi, I'm Mike from Purple Worm Records and we're here to interview Sulu Babylon.
Hi, we're Sulu Babylon. This is our rehearsal room. Come in.
This life won't deny me of my dreams, but now escaping.
How did the band form?
It formed in the breakup of another band. This band was originally just a mess about, where we played keyboards and sung silly songs, but obviously we didn't have another band, so it
It
started.
was going to be a joke band to start with, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a bit like that.
It was going to be like...
A bit like Mama Duke did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. We were going to dress up and do
More
more songs
Yeah.
with Sims and stuff, but...
Was it the end of Queensbury Rules, because you started it kind of going on from then, didn't you?
We started just before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just before we split up.
It was been another band called Queensbury Rules, and that split up. And then we formed this, really, didn't we?
Yeah.
Out of desperation and a joke. But yeah, so that's pretty much how it formed.
How do new songs differ from old material?
I think I'd say more mature.
Yeah, definitely more mature.
Alright, cool.
They're not as simple.
We've sort of like stripped everything down and gone back to basics.
Yeah.
So,
We do have a lot of synth, a lot more electronica
Style
esque
and stuff
in
like
the early stuff, and it didn't really work, did it, with a three
Yeah.
piece? Because you couldn't play guitar, synth, and sing at the same time, really.
Yeah, that kind of started to test me
That was
a
amazing,
little
wasn't
bit.
And I couldn't play drums and play synth, which didn't work.
No.
So yeah, a bit more mature, our new stuff. Bit
We
more,
thought more. I will have thought more about the words and
yeah.
things like that. We've actually we write differently to how we used to write as well.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
whilst we're recording and stuff like that.
Yeah, and we still got an element of dance, which we wanted,
Yeah.
didn't we, to start with the beats and stuff. But yeah, just a bit more mature rock kind of sound, a bit more any twist to it, really.
I'd say a little bit more British.
A little more British, yeah. That'd be a good way to put it, yeah. More British.
What would you say was your biggest obstacle you've overcome so far as a band?
Finding a bass player.
Yeah, we've gone through our fair shares of bass players.
A little bit of Spinal Tap.
I can't remember how many Spinal Tap has, but I think we're getting to the same amount now.
Yeah, it's just finding the bass player that was compatible. Because me and Phil have been in bands for years,
Yeah.
playing together. We just know each other inside out. That sounds kind of weird, but yeah, we know each other really well musically when we're playing together. And it was finding a bass player that had the same qualities.
We didn't want someone to change what we were trying to do too much already as well.
Yeah.
I think that's a main important thing. We pretty much had a clear idea of what we wanted, and if someone come in and got the feet under the table and said, no, but I want it to be like this,
Yeah.
I don't stand for that.
But we had a clear objective of what we wanted to do with the music, didn't we?
Yeah,
from the
that's
start,
what
really.
it's about.
So, yeah, but Phil is playing bass now, and we've played in bands with him before, so we know he works all right.
And
so.
he can cope with me, I think.
Yeah.
I can cope with both of you. It's a
We're not that bad.
gift.
Yeah,
It's a family unit now.
yeah, it's family unit. It does actually feel like a proper band now.
Yeah.
What are your plans for the future?
Well, we've been talking to companies in regards to getting our music on Japanese animes, because someone listened to one of the new tracks and they're like, it sounds like it should be on the beginning of like a Japanese cartoon, and then someone else said the same thing, so I was like, well, I'll post it to them and see what they think, and they seem to think that as well.
We've got quite a few things in the pipeline, really, haven't we?
Yeah, we're doing our album at the moment as well. Like I said, mentioned.
Yeah, we've got an album coming out next year. We've got, so we're in talks with some Japanese companies, publishing companies, to get our music published onto anime films. We've also got, we're in talks with an endorsement deal with a software company, aren't we?
Yeah, as well about they want to build like loops, the drum loops and things like that, and they want to do like a hybrid pack between this other guy that does dance music and do it with us as well.
Yeah, so basically the software would be us creating the sample bank, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
For other people, for consumers to buy and use our sounds, which I think is quite flattering, really. I think
It's quite fun.
anyway.
Yeah.
So
It's quite good.
yeah, it's quite good.
And then obviously
Obviously,
we'll be planning another tour with next year. We've already been talking to bands about doing some more dates next year, and we've been
Possibly
talking
Europe
to
as well.
Yeah, possibly going
Possibly Europe as well. Going across onto the continent would be quite good.
And then we've we've been talking with other companies that were for booking dates and stuff like that. A guy that runs a company down south, and he's booking us like London shows and that and he wants to make it more of a regular thing for us to go down there as well.
Where do you draw your lyrical inspiration from?
I draw my lyrical inspiration from pretty much everything that I've come across in life, because I don't have much money.
You've got a very troubled life.
I do. The guys will tell you anything that generally misfortune that could probably happen in a 1 in a million chance when it happens to you.
Yeah,
And it's not that. It's. I think the way to write like that is for other people to relate to it as well, so they can listen to the songs and they can think about their own lives and things that they go through as well. But I don't try to make things depressive, because life isn't always depressive. It's sad and it's happy. So I draw it from them sort of feelings.
What would you say is your favourite song to perform?
Ooh.
Can we pick 3?
What's
You
your
can
favourite
for me.
song?
I really like Hearts,
Yeah, that was a good
It's got a lot
song.
of
Actually,
energy.
that's a good
I
song.
really like Children of Sailors.
Yeah.
but I do.
I like the new one. The new one, yes. The one we open with. What's it called? I forgot what it's called now.
Don't even have a name.
Don't even have a name. Once Upon a Night. Once Upon a Night's a good one.
Yeah, Once
too.
Upon a Night's a really nice.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
Which is end of. Do you like that one?
I just find it hard.
I think this is just going to be an argument.
Yeah. I'll go for Once Upon a Night.
I'd
Which is that last song we
I'd say
played
Once
last
Upon a
episode.
Night, and then you can pick another one.
Hearts.
There we go. Once Upon a Night in Hearts.
Bacon.
Bacon.
I'd say eggs.
Oh,
You can have
blasphemous.
eggs then.
They're more dynamic. You can make omelettes and stuff from them.
Yeah, but bacon's bacon.
Eggs.
Bacon.
Eggs.
Bacon.
More dynamic.
Family Guy.
Oh no! Block party.
Why not both?
Block parties.
I'll go for
Block
Biffy
party.
Clyro because I'm hairy.
Alright, yeah.
What
Yeah.
This is Sophie's choice.
You can go for
This is
Black Clyro.
block. Maybe choose.
Come on.
I'm just gonna say block party because I really like
Alright,
the opt.
Mars bar.
Snickers, you get more.
Snickers is a Mars bar with nuts.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
You get more in a Snickers.
I'm down to basics though.
Get some nuts.
Alright, I'll go for Snickers now since he's persuaded me.
Bike.
What kind of bike?
Motorcycle.
Motorcycle. You can't compare a push bike to a normal bicycle
Hey,
to a car.
Going on a push bike's nice.
Not your push bike.
That's
You
also
got-
rock and
you
roll,
got
that.
wheels
I'm going to
that
pick
big.
a car because I don't like snow.
I want to pick bike.
I ride a bike.
I'll go for bike.
I'll do it in.
I don't have a driving
Motorbike
license. so
or
I'm going for
bicycle.
car because that's my wish.
I want a penny farthing. Put it out there. There you go. Denim.
Yeah, because I can't wear denim. Leather pants, that's ridiculous. I'll go for denim.
I'm gonna go for the leather biking jacket.
I'll go with denim.
I can't really.
Denim.
Can we have spikes or chains like out in Manowar? Ooh,
South of France.
South of France.
Like
Camping
camping.
it. Camping in South of France.
Camping.
Why not? South of France.
Yeah, South of France.
Ooh, ice cream.
Ice cream.
Gotta be ice cream.
Yeah, man. A good old Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say crisps because I'm Moorish. You can always eat more and more and never stop. And there's more variety of flavours. I really want Walker's lemon mint back. That was the best flavour in the world.
Oh,
How did you come up with the band name?
Right, this was a this was a cross between obviously the time when we were thinking of the band. It was
Actually, don't
Com-
like the name.
comic book heroes and things like that. And it was a really old 1940s comic, and there was a guy in it called Sulu of Babylon, and I think the comic was Toro or something like that. Something. But obviously it was a different time then, but the name stuck, so we'll get on with it.
If you had to describe your music in 3 words,
There you go.
I'll go for fun because it's
Fun.
nice and small.
Fun,
and it's
moving,
alright.
and bagdanimous.
Magnanimous.
Magnanimous.
But I actually didn't know what that means. So I can't.
It's alright, we'll just use that word.
Can I, dynamic. That sounds
Dynamic.
great.
Yeah.
That's like it's a good word. Right, okay. Are those 3 strong
Was it
words?
fun?
Moving and dynamic.
Yeah, you go on. Yeah,
that's
I'll
alright.
go with
I'll
that.
Cool. Okay.
if you had the opportunity to change something about the music industry, what would it be?
Make independent labels have more of a monopoly. Is that what you said
Yeah,
earlier?
well, yeah, I don't know really because they kind of have at the moment
Mm.
because the industry's in a bit of a weird state. The major labels don't really seem to have as. I mean, they're always going to have a monopoly on the music industry, which is not a bad thing. It's just I don't know. Independent labels have come kind of into their own at the moment.
Yeah.
They're kind of carving out their own niche, which is
I
kind
think
of
I
nice.
give more
so.
money to independent labels,
Yeah,
or to,
yeah.
to have some sort of way for them to access
Basically,
more
I
money
think-
to be able to do more.
I think one thing I think industry needs more than out is outside funding a lot more for up and coming bands, because it is quite hard when you're trying to start out and you want to kind of make a living in it. And
loads of people are asking you to do things, but it comes down to the fact that you don't actually have enough money in your pocket to
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
And to be able to do these things, you need to be able to be working constantly.
yeah, yeah.
But if you're working constantly, you can't do these things. So
Yeah,
you're stuck
it's a
in
shame.
like that catch-22
I know.
situation.
I definitely think needs more funding for
I
younger
do, but
bands.
I think it should be from an audience. I think a lot more people should go out to gigs and stuff for local bands, because I don't think it happens enough now.
When and where are your upcoming gigs?
Yeah, we're at
London.
Mother Live in London, and then we're at Camden Rock on this in London as well.
Yeah.
And then we're obviously playing the Purple Worm anniversary Purple Worm
Get that right.
anniversary show
Yeah, that's
in December.
What's the bizarrest thing that's ever happened at one of your gigs?
The sound guy who we got told was too loud and we had to
Oh
turn
right,
down.
yeah, this was bizarre. Apparently a drum kit's got a volume switch on it coming from
Yeah.
the sound guy as well,
Yeah.
because the drummer needed to turn down.
As usual.
We got a little bit upset with that though, so we turned everything up and I launched my guitar at him.
Yeah. We'd only done one song and he got really angry with us, didn't
Yeah.
he? And so Phil launched his guitar. Sorry. And then we got kicked out of the venue and we had to carry all our gear.
And
So
there was a guy from the States comes up to us and goes, "Man, you guys will let the New York know."
Yeah, everyone thought that's
We're
what
like
we
the
did.
New York Dolls, this is what we do at every gig.
I thought it was like The Who and we just played a couple of songs and smashed all our gear up. It was like, no, that was just our guitarist having a bit of a...
And a bit of a padding.
He was being a bit unreasonable, to be fair, the sound guy. So yeah, that's probably one of the bizarrest things that's ever happened, to be fair.
If you could choose anyone, dead or alive, who would you perform with?
I'd like
Get on
to.
stage, you go, "Oh,
I'd like to do a
that's fun."
beatnik thing and just have like Socrates sort of like philosophise at people while I play. That'd be quite. I'd really like that. I think that would be awesome.
I think all this would be kind of
Socrates.
good. Johnny Cash.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Johnny Cash.
I'd like
yeah.
to play with Johnny Cash.
I think I'd like to play Johnny Cash. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's not that. It's
we
just
kinda
because
go-
you could talk to him afterwards. That guy's seen stuff, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon he's got some good stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny Cash. I'll go for Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash. Can we do that? We like to do Johnny Cash.
I do like Johnny Cash. I just think it's a bit of a very predictable answer.
Really?
Yeah.
Rolf Harrison.
That's better.
Okay. Without music, I would be.
Dead.
Music is.
Everything.
My music makes me feel.
Happy.
I write the songs because.
It's natural.
Support music because.
It's good.
Oh, that was awful.
I know, it's awful. I know.
Real
Support music because it's a challenging industry and it needs support.
Cool. Okay. Happy
Yeah.
to end on that. Thanks very much, guys.
Say